Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we'll be talking about, what the title says, this foundation I've been wanting to try on and review for a little while now. I've had it for at least a couple weeks and I just haven't got around to trying it. And hi, I'm Zenaida. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by and spending a little time with me. So let's jump into it. I got my hands on this new 3CE foundation. Now, I've been wanting to try their cushions or foundations for the longest time, but they only have like 3 shades, which, it is what it is. I mean, it's Korean foundation, so I guess I wouldn't expect them to have a large array of shades like they do with other companies, so it doesn't surprise me. So this is the Velvet Fit foundation. It has supposedly like more of a matte finish, which is interesting because usually their cushions are very dewy, very like glowy type situations, but I was kind of excited to get my hands on this, and there are 7 shades. Little information, let's see, a little bit of information. So it claims that it's seven diverse shades covering from light, natural, medium to deep. We're just gonna, okay. So the shade that I got is Deep Beige, which is the darkest one. I was kind of battling between Natural Medium, which is the 6th shade, which is like the second darkest or deepest, and Deep Beige, which is, the darkest one that they have, because the model looked very tan in the picture, and I'm a tan girl for sure, but it just looked, I don't know, it looked like it might not have worked for me, but something just was like, Zenaida, go with the darkest one because, just be safe. So I got the darkest one, Deep Beige. So it says, high coverage foundation, seamless and velvet-like texture, adherence for softer and long-lasting effects as if you just put makeup on. They say that it's transfer proof, high coverage, and long-lasting, right? And it says fitting. I don't really know what that means. So I want to just show you the deepest shade on a model. You see what I'm saying? Like, she's pretty tan there. And it came with this little bag here. I got my little cool little clips on there. Came with this little bag here, and then it came with like a little mini of a velvet lip tint, which it's crazy as I haven't tried these up until this one, and I fell in love with the shade specifically, so I ended up getting another one because I really like the formula. The formula was like excellent. But I thought it was cute to throw in like these little freebies and whatnot. Let's get to the face situation. So right now I am currently dealing with I always kind of deal with hyperpigmentation because, I deal with acne. I've had acne for over a decade now, but my skin has been pretty calm usually. I have found like something that really works for me after battling with it so long. So I do get breakouts here and there, but I've just finished finals week. So that was stressful, and that time of the month, girls, that whole sitch just happened to me. So my skin is a little bit more kind of, I have a little bit more scarring than I typically do all around, that hormonal type of area. Girls, if you get acne, hormone acne, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's all like here or whatever. It's just, it's there to just bother you and frustrate you, right? Anyway, let's jump into it. So people typically use 2 different ways to apply foundation, like with a brush, foundation brush. This is just a dual-sided Sephora one. Or, and they gave you a little brush, I forgot to mention, in the little like goodie thing, little goodie bag. They sent you this cute little like kabuki situation. I really like it. I'm digging it. I am digging it. It's cute. And I don't have one like short and like chubby like that, so that's cute. So people either use a foundation brush or their sponge. I'm not really one of those people. I'm very lazy and kind of just want to smack it on my face as quick as possible, so I use my fingers. But for just the purpose of this video, I did get these 3CE sponges, which were pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $5 for this whole bag, which is pretty good. So I was going to try this little funny looking diamond shaped one just because I've never used it, and why not? And then on the other side, I won't use a brush, even though they came with that cute little kabuki brush. I'm not going to use that just because it's inauthentic. I use my fingers. So one side I'll use the sponge, but let me go wet it because I feel like that'll probably do something. I don't know. Okay, 'tis wet. All right, so let's go in with it. I don't have one of those cute little palettes or whatever. I'll use the back of my hand. So I did put this on the back of my hand when I first got it because I was so excited, but I didn't know how I felt about it because it was just an interesting like undertone maybe. I don't know how to really explain it. I did put a lot of it, so I was like, well, maybe it's because I put a lot that it looked strange. But I mean, once I blend it, it's honestly a pretty decent match. But if you could see what I'm saying, like that kind of, you see that kind of like, I don't know, it's like it's not bad, it's just like a very like pasty undertone, which I guess could be more like a brightening effect for some, but I'm worried if it would make me look ashy, you know, because I'm kind of a tan girl, and I pull yellow, but honestly I feel like I'm more of a neutral undertone when it comes to foundations. So I don't know, because when I pick warm foundations it looks too warm for me, and then cool tone looks a little too, it doesn't look bad, but like I just noticed like when I pick warm foundation specifically, it looks a little too warm on me, so I think I'm more of a neutral. But this undertone kind of frightened me because it's kind of like pasty, but maybe, you know, maybe it'll work, right? So I put like two tiny pumps because let's start off with a little bit, right? Oh my god, look at this mirror, and it matches the phone case. I mean, okay, I digress. Let's see how this looks here. I'm gonna put like 4 dots, 5 dots. So I got a couple dots there, and I wet the little diamond shaped sponge. So let's see how this looks. And typically I don't wear matte foundations. I don't really even wear foundations, to be honest. I typically go with my ride or die Nars tinted moisturizer, the Radiant tinted moisturizer. It's like my favorite one. But I never really wear foundation anymore. I think the only other foundation I own right now is like the L'Oreal True Match, like foundation, especially anything matte. That's the only thing I own right now. And I don't know how I feel. And typically I conceal before I put any type of base on, but because I just want to see the coverage specifically for this foundation, I opted not to do it. So we could see how this covers on my acne prone skin, even though I don't really have active blemishes. Ooh, I look kind of pale. I look a little ghostly. Okay. So I don't look, I don't know, maybe if I just keep blending it. I wonder how quickly this will set. Maybe I shouldn't blend so much. Anyway, I don't really have active blemishes. I just have a lot of like scarring. I have like one little in here, but a lot of it's just scarring because that time of the month, especially when you have acne, yeah, forget about it. Anyway, I don't know, on camera it's okay on camera. I don't know. In person it's not bad, but it is a little on the pale side. I'm gonna do half my forehead with the sponge. I have to say I do like this diamond shaped sponge. I'm really digging it. So honestly, for $5 you get like a whole bunch of shapes. That's really, really cool. Really good price. And the shipping isn't bad on the Stylenanda website. Granted, I had problems with their clothes. Their clothes, oh my god, that was a whole like shit show. But the makeup usually ships out pretty fast, which is nice because, you know, it comes from South Korea, so it takes a little while, but their shipping's usually pretty good. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. It's honestly a pretty decent shade match. And just for reference, I'm usually like, I kind of only wear Nars, so I'm Nars. I think I'm Annapurna in the tinted moisturizer, the regular one, not the matte. And I think I'm Syracuse in like their foundation. So the sheer foundation it doesn't look bad. It actually looks pretty nice in the viewfinder, and it looks pretty decent in my mirror as well. I'm actually kind of happy that I went with the darkest shade because I think the lightest shade I would have looked so pasty. But there is like a slight, I don't really know, like a slight like ashiness to it. I don't know, I can't really put my finger on it. I don't really think it's emphasizing pores or anything like that, and it's definitely dried down. It's very dry. So going in on the other side with my fingies, which is getting kind of messy because I have one hand. Oh my god, I think I put too much. Oh my god. Oh Jesus. Oh dear. Okay, I see what's going on here. I think this is what happened the last time when I put it on the back of my hand. It was just, it's just too, oh, maybe I put too much. I think I put the same amount though. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, this looks like a hot mess. Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay, let me try to save this. So, my tan girls, I can't speak for everyone, but my tan girls, let's, you know, if you're trying this foundation, I would really recommend a little bit goes a long way, and use a damp sponge, because whoa, you look really ashy if you're not 100% straight up cool toned. Yo, look at this. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna just try to make this situation work, you know what I mean? We're gonna just try to make it work. Maybe we just blend it a little bit more, flip it over where there's the more wet side to try to shear this out a bit. Oh my goodness, I think I put too much. I can't even tell if it was my bad or not. Maybe I did put too much on this side than the other side. I don't think I did though. Oh my god, this looks so crazy. Oh my god, this looks crazy. I know you guys is like, yo, she look crazy. I don't really think there's much I could do because the foundation sets pretty quickly, which isn't a bad thing. I kind of like that it sets pretty quickly. And it does claim that it's transfer resistant, which is really nice, especially now that we're wearing masks and all that jazz. So it's actually really nice. I put like the smallest amount ever on the back of my hand because my forehead is about to look terrible if I put any more. This is one of those foundations that the shade match isn't terrible. It looks kind of wicked on camera, but honestly, it's not that bad in person. But if you put too much, yo, that's when that white cast I was talking about really shows through. There's like this strange white, like it's pasty undertone to it. I notice it's emphasizing some of the dry texture, and I think this right side is more dry than this left side is more dry than my right side, because my right side, yeah, it's a little dry, not that bad, but my left cheek here is pretty dry, and I could totally tell. But I did try my best to blend it out, and it doesn't look too bad on camera. At least I think. I don't know. It does look ghosty, trust me. I get that it looks ghosty. I totally get it, but I think it was my bad. Fingers will not cut it. It needs a wet beauty blender, a wet sponge of some type, because it's too much for fingers. It's like, you see my body, so I'm pretty tan, and it's not too bad like the match, but God forbid you put too much on here. Yeah, disaster. Honestly, it's not that bad. I don't know how it's reading on camera, honestly. I'll zoom in a bit. You see what I'm saying? Like the coverage is not bad. I honestly, especially for the right where I used sponge, it's really not bad. It actually looks pretty nice. And if you have dry skin, honestly, you can kind of get away with not really setting this with powder. But if you have oily skin, you probably want to set this with powder. And this is only one layer, so I mean, it's honestly not bad. I think they claim that, did I say full coverage for this? I don't even remember. I don't know, you guys let me know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I really do like the bottle. It's pretty. It's just frosted glass. Feels a little heavy. Nice little pump, and it has like the skin tone kind of what it's supposed to look like. So I think I'm gonna finish my face. I'll probably put something else on, right? This is the finished look. I'm gonna try to wear it for as long as I can, just to see the longevity with it. It does say it's pretty long lasting, and it's pretty matte, and I have not set my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. So I'm gonna powder the T-zone area, because if I do get shiny, Obviously that's where people tend to get the shiniest, around my mouth. I don't really know how I feel about how it looks around my mouth right now, but maybe with the natural oils and all that, you know, natural oils and all that, maybe it'll look better over time when your oils kind of come in. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I really want to like this foundation, so I hope that it wears well throughout the day. I'm trying to wear this for as long as I can. Like I said, it is now currently 2:05. Yes, that's bacon back there. If you know, I'm gonna zoom myself in so you guys can see up close on some of my acne and my scarring, my texture. And I do have a birthmark here, so just to let you guys know, that is not it's not an acne scar. So like I said, I will check back in a little bit, not a little bit, in a lot of bit, and let you know how I feel about this foundation. So I'll see you then. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's currently 9:52. So I had this foundation on for almost 8 hours. I wanted to keep it on for a little longer, but honestly, I'm so sleepy. I got my second COVID shot, so I just feel so just tired. I'm ready to like go to bed and wash all of this off. But I did want to take a look at it because I haven't really, I looked at myself maybe like 4 hours ago. I actually looked at myself, but I ate, so all of my lip tint situation, and I'm definitely missing some foundation around my mouth because I ate something that was kind of greasy, I guess, so it kind of took a lot of it off. But overall my skin looks pretty good. I was just concerned if, you know, some of the chalkiness would kind of go away once my natural oils kind of came in. And I definitely kind of like how it looks with my oils coming in. And honestly, I have not blotted. I have not done anything. I've just set my T-zone when I showed you guys, and that was it. So it looks really good actually on camera. It looks pretty good on camera according to my viewfinder. I mean, it is a little pale for me, but that's because this side I did with the damp sponge and this side I did with my fingers, and I don't think I can use fingers with this. It just goes on too heavy, and I think the wetness of the sponge kind of helps it kind of blend better into the skin, especially because it kind of sets, not quickly, but it definitely sets down, so you only have limited time to kind of move it around and get it exactly where you want it to be. I mean, my cheeks look good. It is like breaking up around my nose, which is to be expected, so I'm not like, I mean, for 7, almost 8 hours, it's not bad. Earlier I said like I have more dry patches on this side than this side, so it definitely kind of smoothened out. It doesn't look as crinkly as it did when I first applied it. So the oil actually made it look pretty good, and I think it held up pretty well. I think it held up very well actually, and I thought maybe the color might be too pasty, but I asked like I asked my family. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's time to go to bed. But I asked my family about it, and they said that the color matching is actually not that bad. So it does come off as a little bright on camera, but I think it's just because of the lights that's right in front of my face, because honestly in person it doesn't look that bad. It looks like a little light, but only on the side where I think I put a little bit too much. But on this side where it's easy to blend with the a sponge or beauty blender, it's really good damp. So it's $32 at Stylenanda. I do really recommend it if you can find your shade. I do like it. I'm happy that I actually spent $32, and it took like a week and a half to get to me, and it's actually like my skin tone, so, you know, thank goodness for that. But I do think that they definitely should expand their range, because that's kind of ridiculous, even though I mean, I don't really have anything to say. It's kind of just, it is what it is situation, but just from, you know, a Westerner's perspective, maybe expanding a little bit. I feel like 7, if you're going to expand to 7, you might as well like kind of keep going, but who am I to say anything? But I do really like this, and I do think it wore really well, and I'm kind of happy to use this again. And I like that it is honestly transfer proof. I have the same like dab that I had to like put it on my face, and it took me a couple washes to get this off, and I feel like it'll probably fully come off once I like cleanse and put my cleansing oil on the back of my hand, because I don't think it's gonna come off any other way, which is really cool, especially if we're wearing masks and things like that. It's really cool, and I do think a little bit goes a long way, and I think the preferred way is with a wet beauty blender or sponge or something like that, because I am a big advocate for fingers and these wasn't cutting it. So, and that's all I have to say. I am so tired. I want to take all this stuff off. My hair is already in a little scrunchy situation. I am like so done today. I want to play Overwatch and go to sleep. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, like it. Let me know if you guys have tried the foundation yourself, or if there's another Korean brand foundation you guys want me to try or recommend. I am totally down to try it. I've been really trying to be on the hunt for cushions, because I don't know, they're just easy, and I'm very like lazy, simple kind of girl. So I like that whole, you know, foundation and sunscreen kind of all in one jam. So if you guys find this video cool, subscribe, no pressure, it's free. And take care guys, bye.